Hey girlies! Welcome back to my channel. This week's video, I want to do a video talking all about my first year at uni experience, specifically about Winchester Uni, which is where I go and where I've just completed my first year at, because there's really not that many videos on YouTube about Winchester Uni. I've literally only seen a few, and I thought I would talk about my experience as like a first year student during COVID times, how I found it. Hopefully it helps some of you guys if you're starting uni in September, and if you're starting Winchester Uni, and if you're thinking about going there in the near future. This video will definitely be helpful for you. I also did do a video after my first semester, which is on my channel as well, but this one obviously is going to be going into a lot more depth about Winchester specifically and about my whole first year as an acting student. I do want to do a full video just about doing an acting degree, so if that's something that you guys want to see, definitely let me know, because there isn't many of those videos either, so let me know if that's something you want to see as well. I was on Instagram for some questions and like topics to talk about, so we're going to be going through that, and I'm just going to be starting from like me starting uni and talking you guys through it and kind of all the experience I've had, what I found about Winchester being there and all of that. Originally I didn't even look at Winchester Uni. I was looking at like Southampton, Guildford, Bournemouth, and nowhere was really like it. Do you know what I mean? Like nowhere was really like I want to go here, I really see myself being here. I honestly don't remember how I messaged her or if she messaged me, but I spoke to her and she told me that she went to this university called Winchester Uni, and I'd never heard of Winchester like in my life. And she spoke to me about it and I was like, okay. I looked it up and I was like, this seems like kind of a nice uni. Like they do acting, it's a new course, like it seemed really fun, and I like the look of the campus, and I was like, okay, I kind of want to look here, like it looks cool. I went on open day, and as soon as I got there, firstly it was only like an hour and 40-minute drive from where I live, and before I started looking at unis I already decided like I did not want to go really far from home. I just didn't feel ready at that point to be really far away from home. Like if I want to come home, I wouldn't be able to come home without it being like a massive journey, and an hour and 40 minutes seemed like the perfect distance away from home to have my own independence, but also to be near home if I wanted to go home at the weekend or for whatever kind of reason. Do you know what I mean? So the drive there firstly was really nice from where I lived, and that like stuck with me. It was like such a pretty drive, and then we got there and it was just such a nice city. Winchester is so pretty. It's not really busy, it's not really like party-y, is that even a word? It was just like nice and chill, and it was really pretty, and the campus is up like quite a big hill, which is one thing that I was like, fuck. Big hills means walking up and down them. And my open day, we looked around the whole like campus and all, and we went to look at like the acting where I would be for my course, which is what I wanted to do, which was acting. And the campus just felt so nice. It felt like going to college, but like in a slightly bigger scale, but it didn't feel so big and intimidating and scary. It felt really nice, and like I would be able to easily navigate the campus, and it wasn't so big that I would think I would get lost kind of thing. It was just nice, a nice size. I felt comfortable walking around. I liked the campus. They had really nice like food spots around the campus. Where my course would be was in a really nice block. I really liked all the rooms. The teachers I spoke to seemed really nice, and then we looked at the accommodation, which also seemed really nice, really close to everything, and I was like, I feel really like comfortable and safe here. Like I really like it, and I can really see myself actually like being here. So I kind of already knew from going to the open day that I really wanted to go here, and this was definitely somewhere that I wanted to try and properly get into. So I had my audition, that went really well. Obviously I got in, and I was feeling so excited and like comfortable at the fact that I was going to be going there, because I could just see myself there. I didn't feel super scared and like intimidated by everything. It wasn't like such a big jump from college to like a massive university campus, do you know what I mean? I was really excited, and my first semester was really good. I moved into my flat. I was living in Burma, Block C. If anyone went to Winchester or is going to Winchester, I was in Burma, Block C, flat 34, room 4, I want to say. If someone that fucking gets my room who's watching this, I want to know, because bitch, I've had some experiences in that room. But yeah, I moved in. It was my first time ever being like properly away from home. I feel like I'm quite like a homebody. Like I just like being at home, I suppose, but it was really good. Like I moved all my stuff in. I felt really homesick like the first few days, but then I like settled in really quickly. I met all my flatmates. I was living with 5 girls and 3 boys, yeah, and I'm not going to go into so much detail about everything, but obviously we didn't have a proper freshers week. We just kind of went to the pub, you like met people other ways, and obviously like the student union club wasn't open or anything, so there was no like actual freshers events on, so I guess it was kind of harder to meet people outside of like your block and where you were living, because in Winchester there's Burma, there's West Downs and there's Queens, which are like the on-campus student accommodation, but then obviously there's other ones like there's Cathedral Point or Riverside View and like just other student places that people were living in. So obviously it was a lot harder to meet people, which was quite annoying because you probably would have met like a wider range of people if COVID wasn't a thing, if that makes sense. But I made like really good friends just from meeting people outside my block in flats next to me, going to the pub with my flatmates and then meeting people there kind of thing. Yeah, Freshers Week was like a lot different, but I wasn't too annoyed about it because I'm not really the type of person who like wants to go out clubbing and like likes drinking a lot. I still love like meeting new people and socialising, but just not in that kind of an atmosphere. So it was actually really good for me because I feel like I felt like I could actually meet people properly. One thing I realised from Freshers Week was that Winchester is not like a big party city. Like, it isn't. They have one club in the city and that's Vodka, and then they have the Student Union Club, and obviously I haven't even been to either of them because COVID, so I haven't even been able to experience that. Yeah, Winchester's really not like a big party city. There's lots of nice pubs, there's Spoons, there's O'Neill's, there's the Exchange, there's Turtle Bay, there's loads of nice pubs and bars, and there's Slug and Lettuce. Like, people more so go to like the pubs and the bars, which I actually prefer because it's just feel more comfortable in that situation. People have like parties and shit in their flats, but it's not so much like going out to clubs. I mean, people go to like Southampton and stuff because it's not that far away from Winchester, but Winchester itself isn't a big like party city. But Winchester has like the nicest cathedral grounds, which are really near to the uni. So many nice like cafes, big Sainsbury's, big Tesco, really nice high street, really nice walks, like such nice walks. There's St Catherine's Hill, there's St Giles Hill, and there's just so much like nice nature, and the cathedral grounds is where most people just go to hang out and chill, which I fucking love. It's so pretty there. And my favourite cafe slash restaurant in Winchester is the Orangery, if any of you are going. Starting my course, it was really good and fun. Obviously it was different because of COVID, like we had to fucking socially distance and stuff, but I really liked everyone on my course, my lecturers, what we were actually doing. It was all like really fun, it was challenging, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, my first like semester, obviously if you want to go watch that video separately, definitely do that, but I really loved Winchester. Like, it just felt so comfortable. I started online uni in January, so that was very weird. Like, we did online uni and that was hard and challenging, and my mental health was just not it. It just was like fucking rock bottom, but we got through it. It was fine. And then did we go back to in-person uni? Yeah, we went back to in-person uni for like 3 weeks in March, so I was really excited at first to go back. I was like, woo, haven't been back in so long, like so excited. But I went back and I don't know why, but that was when my mental health really started to like fucking decline, like a lot. We went back into in-person uni and it was just a lot. Like, it was so overwhelming and everything was just a lot. Like, my living situation was just a bit, I just found it really challenging. Like, it was in lockdown as well, like we were all in lockdown, like we couldn't go out and do anything, everything was closed. So essentially we were just living in the flat doing nothing else, apart from I was occasionally going into uni, but not even that much. Like, literally we went in like once or twice a week for like an hour or so, and then on Thursdays we had like 3 hours. It was just a clusterfuck. Like, we all expected to go back and be in like all the time, but it just wasn't like that. For spare time, like I was just in my flat just doing nothing and just getting more and more depressed. Those like 2.5 weeks I think I went back for were like so hard, and I vlogged some of it and I filmed a few videos. If you want to go back and watch that, you can probably tell that sis is not doing well. Everyone around me could kind of tell that I wasn't doing well. Alex came and visited me at the weekends, and like it was just like that just got me through it. Like, if he didn't come and see me, I think I would have simply just gone home sooner because it was just so fucking hard for me. I went home early for Easter because my mental health was so bad and I literally was having a crisis and I had to just come home. So I came home, did some of my online uni, and at this point in my course I was just like, am I even enjoying this? I don't really know. Like, I was like, this is fun, but I'm also just really lost my passion for acting and just not really enjoying it, and just, it was just a bit meh. Do you know what I mean? I was just a bit like, this is just a bit meh. Like, I don't really know if I'm fully enjoying this as much as I would have wanted to. But yeah, we still got through it, we did it. That was it. I finished uni, actually. What am I even saying? We finished uni in April. Yeah, like we literally finished uni in April, and then we had like a month or so to finish off like our final projects. Like, we had some assessments to do, we had some portfolios to write. I ended up doing all my assessments at home because of my mental health and because I didn't want to go back and live in my halls. I just wanted to stay at home because I knew that if I went back, my mental health would go back down, because I was trying to build it back up to where it is now, which is quite stable, I would say. So I did it all at home. I've got my grades back for everything. I'm really happy with everything. Overall, I think I got a 2-1, which is really fucking good. I'm really proud of myself for how much I struggled and how much I worked hard still, and just I'm proud of myself for doing that, because I literally thought I was going to drop out at one point. So I'm really happy that I even passed and got a good grade. So yeah, like that was my first year at uni. It was fun but also really hard, and just yeah, it was difficult. A few things as well that I thought I would mention. When I found out that I was like going to uni and we all like applied for our accommodation, Winchester didn't tell us our accommodation until about 3 weeks before we moved in, which is incredibly frustrating, because obviously some people had applied for like double beds, and like we didn't know what to buy for like what bed we were getting, and obviously it's just stressful because you want to know where you're living prior to like 1 week of moving in. So that was a bit stressful, but I did find out and I got my top choice because I applied really early about my accommodation. I thought I'd now talk through some questions that people left me on Instagram about uni and about Winchester, and we just go through them. Are you glad that you chose to study an acting degree? Yes and no. Yes, because I really do still enjoy it, and it's something that I am still slightly passionate about, at least, and I feel like I've made a lot of new friends from it, and it's really helping me to, you know, develop as a person, and I really love my lecturers. They're all so lovely. No, because I don't really know if I want to do that anymore as my career. I'm not sure. I'm just a bit stuck with all of that. But then also I wouldn't have known what I would have wanted to do if I didn't do acting. So yes and no, but I'm still very much confused as to what I want to do with my life, which I think is quite normal. Someone's asked about drugs, so I thought I'd speak a bit about that. I feel like there is a slight pressure to like do drugs and like get involved in all of that and drink if you don't want to drink, and just the peer pressuring of everything. I feel like because Winchester, as I said, isn't like a big party kind of city, drugs probably aren't pushed on people as much as other unis, but obviously there are people doing drugs. You never have to do what you don't want to do. Like, if someone's offering you to do something and you don't want to do it, just simply say no. No one can force you to do something, and if they don't want to be friends with you because you don't want to do something, they ain't shit. I feel like I wasn't really pressured in any way to do anything I didn't want to do. If people around me were doing drugs and they offered me anything and I didn't want to do it, I'd just be like no. There'd be no judgment, and I wasn't judging them for doing drugs. I do what you want. Same with the drinking. Like, as I said, I'm not really a big drinker, and when I did drink, like, it was fun, and if I didn't want to drink, no one I felt was really on my back trying to make me drink. So I wouldn't worry too much. Just stick your ground and don't try and become this person you're not when you go to uni, which I feel like is what a lot of people do. Just be yourself. You don't have to say yes and become this different person just try and fit in, because people will accept you for whatever and whoever you are. Like, not everyone who goes to uni is this massive drug addict who has sex all the time. Like, no. Most people are just normal, just want to, you know, do their degree, make friends, have fun, that's about it. Like, there should be no pressure to do anything you don't want to do, and there's no one like fucking snorting coke like in halls, like fucking everywhere you look, having sex all over the place. Like, it's just not like that. Obviously people do that stuff, but it's not just all everywhere you look. Does that make sense? Info you got in sixth form versus what it was actually like. I feel like sixth form is like so fucking pushy at going to uni. They don't really give you a chance to think what else you might want to do. Like, if someone had told me that there was something else that I was passionate about and that I would have wanted to do instead of going to uni, maybe I would have done that. But I feel like schools and colleges are so like uni, UCAS, do your uni application, do your UCAS, like, apply to Oxford, Cambridge, like, it's just so stressful. Like, I remember when I was in college, it was just so stressful, like getting a fucking personal statement written, getting all of that done. It was stress, but I feel like you really need to just make your own decision. Like, do your own research outside what your fucking sixth form or college says to you. Do your own research and work out, is this actually something I want to do, or is this something I'm just being told that I should do? I feel like mine was a bit of both. Like, I did definitely want to go to uni for the life experience and to do something, you know, like, and to get a degree. But then on the other hand, I would have liked to have been shown different options of something I might want to have done, like apprenticeships and stuff. But in the end, I'm really happy with that the fact that I chose to go to uni, because I feel like I've had so many life experiences that I wouldn't have had otherwise, like moving out of home, being independent, meeting new people. I feel like you really cement your friendships when you go to uni, because everyone's just like bored of fucking around and like losing friends, and you just want a secure group of friends at that point. So comparing expectations from media versus reality, I feel like I struggle with this still. You see people posting about uni, like they're partying, they're having so much fun, they're out with their friends, and I used to see that when I was at uni, and I was like, I'm not really having a good time. I'm kind of wanting to die here. Like, I'm really not enjoying myself. Like, everyone's out partying all the time, having fun, and I'm just like sat in my room like crying all the time. And I think it's very important to remember that people will only share the good things on social media. Obviously, I do the same. I'm not going to show when I'm having a breakdown on my Instagram, maybe on my private story, but definitely not on my Instagram. Why would people want to share that? Do you know what I mean? So obviously they're going to show all the fun times of them at the party, them in the pub. Even I do. But behind the scenes, when I go to the pub, I might be having a breakdown, I might be having a panic attack. What happens some of the times, you know, I go out and I feel anxious, but I post something and it looks like I'm having the best time, but realistically I'm sad, I'm anxious, like I don't want to be there, but you know, for Instagram we'll post it. Or like you're having friendship drama, but you're posting like all the good bits. Like, everyone just posts what they want people to see. So don't get too disheartened if that's all you're seeing on social media and you're comparing your uni experience to other people's, because social media is fake. We all need to remember this, even me, but we all seem to forget, which is just hard, isn't it? Because you just compare yourself and it's just like, ugh. I guess I'll talk a bit about the halls as well. So I lived in Burma, which I feel like is where most people choose. Like, it's in the centre. I feel like it's the most like happening. West Downs and Burma are definitely the most like happening places to live. Queens is a bit boring. Like, there's nothing really ever going on at Queens. Like, it's just a bit like meh. No one really goes there for like parties and stuff. It's just a bit like whatever. But Burma and West Downs definitely, like West Downs, I feel like people have the most parties there because the security is less strict and it's more like houses rather than halls. And Burma has like a bigger outside area where people all hang out, and obviously it's in the centre of everything, so people often go there as well. But Queens is kind of off to the side, so no one really goes there for like parties or anything unless you're like going to see someone there, I guess. I'd say that's about it. If there's anything else that you guys have questions about if you're going to Winchester, please just ask in the comments and I will literally reply to everyone. That was my first year and I'm going second year, moving into my house very soon, which is scary, but I am excited, so we love that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all of that. If you want to see me talking about doing an acting degree at Winchester, let me know as well, because I feel like that would definitely be helpful, especially because I'm the first year on that course. Like, it's a new course, so maybe that could be helpful for some people if they're thinking about doing it. Again, if you've got any questions, let me know. If you want to message me on Instagram about anything, my Instagram and all my social media is always down below, so feel free to do that. But yeah, I will see you guys next Sunday with another new video. Bye!